Hi everyone and welcome back to some Satisfactory. So, yeah, I needed to take a break from the big shell build. I still, I need ideas and stuff and I just need to try out stuff, right? But I wasn't feeling it at the moment and oh man, this sky looks beautiful. But yeah, so I'm back at base. What have I been doing? Well, I have been exploring a little bit because I was running low on Mercer's Tears. I got like 13, got like a hard drive as well. So that's good to see, and a couple of power slugs, of course. Let's throw them into the storage here, there we go. And I have started on something a little bit temporary, which we might build out in the future, because I don't know how much need we have for the item that I am producing. But I reckon it's gonna be a good amount at some point. So, remember that we did have 2 pure nodes of coal up here that we were not using, right? So, let's get some light going. I am using one of those right now with a Mark III miner, no overclocking. That gives us 480 coal per minute, which we then shove into an 80% clock speed particle accelerator. That makes us 24 diamonds per minute. We take those 24 diamonds, throw them in a converter, which these look so cool, and we produce time crystals now. And yeah, I just had 2 power shards here, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's just like double the production, right, because we can. And as I said, this is temporary because there is another one right here, and that's also pure, right, so we can double up this whole production at some point. And I think that could be very, very cool. And yeah, at the moment it's just going into our dimensional depot, which is filling up at the moment. That's cool. And then we have some buffer storage and an awesome sink connected to it. Nothing too major. But speaking of the converters, right, there is an item that will be coming up quite soon for us to deal with. And let's have a look at it. It is this, it's the Ficsite Ingot, which you then can process further. And so yeah, I was thinking, I probably should start to set this up, right? And we don't need probably too much of a production, but if I can help it, I just really want to kickstart this a little bit, right? So it got me thinking. We also have all these guys, right, where we can change stuff into other stuff with some reanimated SAM. And I was like, hang on. Reanimated SAM means we need more SAM nodes. And if you take a look at our maps with all the towers that we have placed, there's not really much SAM around, right? We do have our impure node right here in the middle of the crater lake. And there is a impure up here. And we have a normal one over here, which is quite nice, but this is sadly copper. Now we could try to convert the copper, but I think I will just hunt for a spot that is better suited for this production line, and I think I will bring over some radar towers up to here, and maybe even into the desert, right? So let me set that up. And yeah, hopefully we can find a good spot. Oh boy, I forgot how good the desert is. Look at all these resources. Now the thing is, no SAM yet, but that's fine. We do have this one as we knew, I think, already, right? I did plop down a radar tower on my way here, which didn't reveal much. We have one at our sulfur node right here, right? There's 10 sloops and 14 spheres to collect, and now we are here in the desert. Yeah, definitely good amounts of stuff to explore here, and I think we should cut over to the south, right, to get another radar tower down here somewhere. Right, that was just a little in-between thing. Alrighty, and after a little bit further of exploration and power tower zipping around, I think we might find a spot that we want to take a look at. There is, yes, it's an impure node, but let's place a marker right here. Aha, here we are. Okay. Let's take this slowly. take a look around, check for stuff like that. One mag isn't enough. The homing ammo, as fun as it is to use, like the damage is severely lacking. It's fine though. Hey, we also have a crush site here. Cool. Okay, so as you can see, there's normal iron. There's more around. But where's the SAM? Let's find the SAM. Here it is! Alright, okay. Oh man. I never want to come back here again, but yeah. It's fine. Okay. Okay, I will have to clean up this mess in a little bit. Let's make sure. Oh wait, is this still set to... yeah, just give me concrete. Thank you. Let's make ourselves a little platform. Come on. Like that. And we have to bring... we can just bring the power back up with us. So, how much can we get here? Right, so we will use a Mark III miner. Boom, that's 120. So we could get 240, which might be worth it. I think we have enough iron and stuff. Could even go 300. Do we want 300? No, I think 240 is perfectly fine. Alrighty, so once we provide power, we will get our 240 in, right? So that's cool. That means 2 constructors can actually produce the SAM fluctuators that will be 60, and with that we can have 2 converters. Yes, okay. It works out pretty neatly. I will do a Satisfactory modular overview for you guys. I will do that when I start building. So here is a screenshot. This is how it should look like. So yeah, we need a good amount of iron ore, I assume. I will check how many exactly, but I think we will be able to do that with the 2. We have 2 normal nodes here, right? And if all goes wrong, like if everything else fails, there's a pure node over here, another one over there, there is water, so we could also use the pure ingot recipe in case we ever need to. Alrighty guys, so I have prepared the boring bits, right? I am just using one node, I'm using a Mark III miner on here, and I'm just overclocking it to 150% to get the 360 iron ore per minute that we need, right? We then use a Mark IV belt into one of these new conveyor wall holes. I like them more than the wall that you can put down, right? These guys here, although they are neat, I do like those much better. And yeah, this is where the SAM is coming in, right? I probably need like a service store somewhere here. Let's get one of those going. Center door. I didn't place it, did I? I did not. Let's make it steel as well. Good. And yeah, this is just a simple splitter that puts it towards the constructors, right? 120 SAM per minute equals to 30 reanimated SAM per minute. And then we have 2 of them. So 60 per minute, Mark I belt. I tried the curved belts here and I do actually like them. I don't have berries on me, but you know what? Now I do. Hey buddy. Let's give him like, I don't know, 3 maybe? Hey! Hello! How do we name this guy? Let's just call him TOMCAT. Why not? Okay, TOMCAT. Please get some resources for us. Thank you very much. Cool. Hey buddy, yeah, I know you want to come with me, but like, you need to stay here. Yeah, sit, good boy. Alright, and yeah, then is obviously the smelting has to happen, right? So we bring in a Mark IV belt here, and yeah, this is just bringing it on top. We split up top here, right? And I probably could use other belt speeds for this, but I just want to get it filled up as fast as I can. So yeah, we have 12 smelters, and it gets split in the middle, and then towards some lifts, right? And these feed the machines, and they should all be set to iron ingots. I think so. Yes. There we go. 12 times 30 is 360. Perfect. All right. And yeah, we do merge the output here in the middle down below. You could also do this opposite, right? You can merge up top and put the input down low. I'll leave that up to you. I quite like this design. And I need to do my my blueprints. I need to redo them. There was something wrong, so I had to do a little bit of fixing here, which is fine. But yeah, this gets transported out this way. And since we do have one of those right there, I guess it does make sense to have one on the opposite floor as well. Hopefully TOMCAT stays in here. I guess he is stuck now. Interesting. But yeah, I then need to figure out how I want to go up to the second story. Which is fine. But yeah, now the interesting part starts, right? Well, it's not that interesting. To be honest, I thought this would be way cooler, but the converters are cool. So, we do either 2 and underclock both of them, or we do 1, right? That is the decision we do have to make here. And we also need to fit like 2 constructors as well. So if we put one of them there, that was 1.5 foundations away. What? Like that? Okay. If we take a look here, Ficsite iron. There we go. Okay, so we can either do this, right? Okay, overclocking one machine to 150%, right? Would mean... Oh, it doesn't show you. I thought it would show you. Wait, if we hook this up to power really quickly, would it show me? No, it doesn't. But normally, you know the drill, right? Normally underclocking is way more efficient, so if you go to 75% here, we could do that. It is a variation, but I don't know. Like, we don't need the space realistically, and we can keep this quite small if we just do 1 and overclock it. Which is honestly, I think that's what I want to do. We will still take it over here to the left. Right, and there we go, we put 1 shard in. There we go. And then we take this output to the other side, and this is where we can go for like 2 constructors, right? If we want to, and make Ficsite Trigons. And just set these 2 to 75%. Right. That is a possibility, and I think it is a good one. I think that's fair, right? We balance it out a little bit, and yeah, just having 1 converter, these look so cool, even if they're idle. I love them so much. Okay, so that is pretty much how we are going to do this. We just can simple splitter right here. Mark 1 belts, feeding the 2 machines, right? Putting the input in. This here can be a Mark 1 belt. And this guy, I want to keep it a little bit out of the way. This needs to be Mark 4. There we go. Okay. And that will produce our... It's not bad, I think, right? 45? There we go. We do want a smart splitter in between these, right? We would like to deal with overflow, so yeah, once we get overflow, that goes into the awesome sink. I'm getting lag lately. I don't know what's happening. And add in the dimensional depot. Cool. And yeah, okay. I was hoping to line it up somehow, the top floor with this, and we might be able to do it. Like... Oh shit. That's not good. We might have to do some rearranging here. But also, like, this is yeah, we can always move this stuff, right? It's not important. But I wanted to see where we're at there. Okay. So that's the logic done. All we need to do now is connect power and give it a whirl and see how it works out. So I will bring you guys back in once I'm ready to do a test run. Alright, it is time to connect power. So we will take this pole and boot everything up. Right, awesome, cool. So we will probably have to wait a little bit until the SAM arrives, but we should see the iron processing soon, and we are now able to hover around with the hover pack. I have done a little bit of decorating here. I added in this staircase on this side, and on the other side I added one in as well. So you can go to all floors from this, right? You come in or out from the bottom floor, you can go up to the one here, and yeah, just... I don't know. I thought it was funny. And it looked okay, and yeah, there we go. We can see some iron getting sent over. Cool. It's probably taking a while there. And yeah, I just added in a couple of these honeycomb windows, and it's nothing final here, right? But I wanted to have a building. And as I said, if we want to expand, we just take out this side of the wall, and we can make the building bigger in multiple directions if we needed to. But yeah, so far so cool. There we go. Yeah, these guys are waiting obviously for the other inputs, right? So the ingots are definitely running. That is good to see. Let's have a quick glance here. Yeah, you can see the iron ore. Oh, I think everything is connected quite right. And yeah, here you can see a good example of how a manifold needs to warm up, right? So the first ones are filled up now, pretty much, yes. So now the second row gets more, the third row gets more. And once everything is how it should be, this will be running stable. And yeah, oh, these are all a bit wonky here, these cables, but I wanted the power connectors on the seam between those glass foundations. Here I had to take the middle, right? So not perfect by any means, but it also doesn't need to be. Yeah, that's cool. The iron ingots will now start to back up, obviously, which isn't great, but we should soon see SAM incoming. And yeah, let's take a quick glance up here now. As you can see, oh no, hang on. Interesting. Ingots are not going up there. Aha! Why? Is this a thing with... This should connect into the elevator. Ah, it does now. Okay, okay. Okay, that was weird. And it moves here, it moves into the converter. Cool, okay. Oh man. We probably have to double check this belt then as well. Once the SAM arrives. Yeah, this is now filled up, right? It's okay. That's fine. Let's see. Ah, SAM is coming in, look. So, oh, cool, 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 cool. Very good. Yeah, and the first couple reanimated SAM are coming, and this is good because we can now see if this belt is working. And yeah, here I tried out the curved belt for once. I don't know, it looks kind of cool if you do long arcs, I guess. Here it doesn't look too good. Look, this is probably the same thing again. Let's try this again. I might have to reconnect the elevator now. Okay. So I guess you should connect the elevator first and then the belt. Okay, good. Learning new stuff about these. Yeah, now they are traveling. Okay. Yeah, I think that was my problem. So this only needs to be Mark 1, right? That's fine. We need 60 per minute for this whole setup. And yeah, now the iron will clog up down there, right? You can see a couple of yellow lights and stuff, but it's okay. As I said, once the manifold runs, it's good. But now I will be quiet. Definitely one of the coolest machines in the game. Really like those. And yeah, so we should see our first ingots. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. They look cool as well. And there we go, our first couple of Ficsite Trigons. How amazing is that? And these should now go into our dimensional depot. There we go. Awesome. Alrighty guys, I am back. I have been just going around checking all the productions here. I added in some depots, some overflow protection, stuff like that. See here, for example, these guys were just cooling systems, right? They were just piling up and piling up. So I have installed a little overflow here and we are storing those and have them in the depot, and if all else fails, they will get merged into this sink line here. Yeah, it should never be more than a Mark 1 belt needed here, right? Yeah, these are the fused modular frames that we have. It's not much, but it's fine. Like, we are getting the heavy modular frames. I did sloop that production though, keep that in mind. But yeah, this seems like the nitrogen gas is holding up, the casings are easygoing, it seems like. So this is just good. We could sloop this if we need to. But, I mean, we have, what, 300 in storage, a little bit more actually, 350. We need more though. We do need more. Oh yeah, I also did the same thing for the heat sinks, by the way. These were piling up as well, so they have a storage container as well as a depot on top of them. They're over there. I'm not sure why I am overproducing them. I don't know. Maybe I did just bad maths at some point. It could be, right? So that's fine. And yeah, this is also fixed up over here with an overflow protection towards this awesome sink. Cool, right, so we need 1,000 nuclear pasta, right? So I did look through everything that we need. So we need 1,000 nuclear pasta, which means 1 pressure conversion cube and 200 copper powder each. Can cut that in half, obviously, if we do sloop a particle accelerator. And for the pressure conversion cubes, we do need 1 fused modular frame and 2 radio control units, which again, cut that in half if we summer sloop a assembly in this case. So I think that is something that I want to work towards right now. And yeah, I mean, how many sloops do we have? We have 8, right? I think the particle accelerator needs 4. So yeah, we are not really able to summer sloop. Although we could sloop the fused frames for now. Actually, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's grab half of our sloops and stuck them in here. Yeah, so now we get 2 per minute. Once we have a little pileup of those, right? Once we have 500 basically, we are set with this. The copper powder, we should have maybe not a full container, but there should be a good amount. We have 2,500 in our storage, but yeah, I mean 200 per. We should have it. We should have it. That's. I don't see much problems. Now I did craft radio control units, right? The thing is, If we do need 500, 500 of them, we might have to handcraft a couple more. And by handcraft, I mean just over at the manufacturer at our base. Alrighty, that is our copper powder setup. Well, that's all. Oh, okay. That's a good sign. Stuff is going into the sink, which means we have 24,000. We need like 100k though, right? I mean, we will need a lot of refineries to deal with the copper powder, and I will show you in a second why we might need to overclock every single one of those. So let's. Oh, can you fit? Although there is a slight problem with this, right? Yeah. Okay. It's okay. There's no problem. Don't mind me. It's all good. Let's throw this down and go over to pure copper ingot. Remember that we got that. So, yes, we need a lot, and I mean a lot. For 200 copper powder, we do need 1200 copper ingots. That's insane, right? We need 1200, and if you take a look at this is 37.5. That's 32 refineries. So I'd say we overclock all of them to 200%, right? Which, that should be no problem. We have so many shards, right? So this will produce 75 per minute, and if you do the maths, that equals out to 1200, right? Awesome. What does that mean? Well, you saw we need 30 as an input, so that is 480. 480, we do have the belt speed to handle that perfectly fine on a Mark IV conveyor belt, right? So that sounds good. If we take a normal node with a Mark III miner, right, we go from 60 to 120 to 240, overclock that to 200%, and we have our 480 copper ore. And then we just need to add 320 cubic meters of water to all the refineries, which comes down to not quite 3 water extractors. Either overclock 1, or I mean, either place 2 and overclock 1, or place 3 and overclock all 3 of them. That seems probably the way I will deal with this. We can fit 4 refineries next to each other, and I love 1.1 for that. You just click your mouse wheel, right, and it copies the building and the settings. Awesome. So this is set up, right? If we are dealing with Mark IV stuff, we probably just do this on all of them, right? And I don't like to do this in blueprints if I can. No, do you know what? I will take my time to place the input. We take a look. If you show it here, right? If you go here until it gets blue, that's not quite far enough away. Give it like 2 notches and you'll be fine. You can also place one of the lifts, and this should actually work. Now we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of the lift though. And now, yeah, did you hear that sound? That distinctive click, that is what you want to hear if you are going to do this, right? And now we need to be careful. So we have the input to the left, so let's make sure we are lined up. Press H, press page up 4 times. And there we go, repeat that process, right? There we go, grab the lift. And I always rotate off and back in so I hear this connecting sound, right? We could have taken these out even further, but this will work just fine, right? So let's grab our Mark IV belt, complete the manifold here, whoops, for these 4. And then we need to provide water, right? So that's why I like to do the belt system up top. You know this from the coal generators, right? That's how we did it there. And we will just grab a pipeline junction. And I guess I would love for this to be like in line with the belts, just for the looks. Now all we need to do is line those up with the inputs at the previous junction, right? There we go. Now 320 could be problematic, right? For the Mark 1 pipes. It should work, especially if you let it loop back into itself, but why not just use the clean pipelines? Mark 2, right? Sure, they look a bit meh, but also, thinking about it, hang on a minute, we need to cut this in half anyways, right? So 8 refineries only need what? 150, 160? Hang on, we can use Mark 1, no problem. What we will do then is have 2 blueprints connect to one another. Alright, so they need 160 water. Oh, whoops. We could even split up the manifold differently then. Aha. Hang on a minute. Let's think about this. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because I need to split it in half anyways, right? Just so we can deal with the output of these guys. So 8 refineries is the magic number for that. Now, once we unlock the last belt speed, which is exactly 1200 if I saw that correctly, we can merge all 16 refineries together again and have one belt. But since we don't have that possibility right now, we need to make 2 sets, and that makes so much more sense. Yeah, because we will just use like the water extractors, and I think I will just overclock one of them to 160. That's such a slight overclock. And then just have 2 pipelines connecting to 2 sets of 8. Awesome. And this is basically almost the puzzle piece done, right? What we need to add now is, whoops, a merger line. And I guess I go left in, right out here. And that's a bit too close. I would like to get this into the middle of a foundation if I can. There we go. Just makes it easy to process afterwards. I know this is a bit of a wasteful not so space efficient thing. But that's okay, right? That's okay. So yeah. We will have 600 items out as well, which makes sense, right? So let's connect this up. Like that. And this is ready. Although, do you know what we could do? Like, I still struggle with how I want to do the plugs for for these guys. So what I started doing, or started experimenting with, is just the painted beams around here, right? Just like that. Give it like a black color as well. And then honestly just do this. And I think in lots of cases it is actually okay to do this. Like, you will not see what's happened here. Now there's probably a way with these guys where we could do it up here somewhere and just do it like that, or have the power go up. Wow, autosave lag. Thank you very much for that. There we go. But yeah, this is a-okay, right? These are all connected with one another. Perfect. Okay. Alrighty, so I thankfully remembered that we do have a copper node over here at our steel factory. And that is actually very good to know, because this should be a normal one. Let's check. Oh, I'm on the hover pack. Let's grab the jetpack. Let's quickly check this out. I think, yeah. That guy got dunked on when I was passing through. That's okay. Alright. Good stuff. Yes, it is a normal node. Alright. And this is definitely deep enough water for water extractors. So that's also very good. Alright, connecting this to power. There we go. I think I actually have it enabled right now. Yes, okay. But yeah, we do have a priority switch here, which should allow me to just pull this down right at any point. So it will consume 581 megawatts, but that's fine, right? That is fine. Yeah, you can see the max consumption did jump up exactly that amount here. But that's no problem. So these guys are just slightly overclocked, like I said, 160. There we go, we can see the magic happen right now. So let's go photo mode. Aha, so we do have our Mark III miner 200% overclock on that, right? We take the copper ore, we split it in half here, and then we split it in half into for the two manifolds, right? Each time. Same goes here. And the water is just also a manifold system, right? The first water extractor, or the one on the left here, is just going into this junction and then filling up these 8 refineries, and the second is just piped alongside and then takes care of the other 2. And I can already see copper ingots. I cannot get over there, I need to get closer. There we go. There we can see the copper ingots coming along, and we did just merge the 2 outputs separately, right? Oh, the 4. I guess we merged. Yeah. There we go. We merged 2 of them into one line, and we have to have 2 lines at the moment because, yeah, our belt speed cannot deal with anything else. And there we go. That is 200 copper powder per minute, which still isn't a lot. Alrighty guys, just a quick little intersection once more. So yeah, this is going pretty good here, right? I have taken the first batch of 250 of the pressure cubes and thrown them into the awesome looking particle accelerator. And I did bring over like almost 10k copper powder. So yeah, this has been going at it. And you have 2 power shards in here, right? Yes, and the summer sloops, and if you take a look here, we are still safe, right? 1 more power shard and we would be probably overshooting our production, so I was right to being worried. It all comes together now. We have 56 nuclear pasta, yay! So this will take a long time, right? And while we are waiting, I thought, you know what would be cool to actually get the last belts, right? So I selected the milestone, and I did bring over 10,000 iron plates. Now the 5k alu sheeting, and yeah, we still have loads of it. And the rest should be in here. Yes, 250 time crystals and Trigons, nothing major for us right now, because we have built these. So yeah, awesome. There we go. Peak efficiency.
Milestone reached. After close scrutiny, 2 problems were identified in Mark V conveyor belts. The first was the belt part, so force fields have been implemented in the Mark VI instead, to maximize transfer speeds. The second problem is inefficient pioneers, but sadly no remedy is available for this severe impediment. Yet.
Oh my goodness, Ada. Right, these are interesting. Oh, when you color them, that's... oh boy. Is this a flashbang? Not really. They look very cool. They are quite expensive though, if you think about it. So if I do have to do lots of belt work on Mark 6, I will have to take my own time crystals with me. The Trigons, they are not too bad, right? Stack size. We can have like 1,000 in our dimensional depot all the time. And 1,000 time crystals. It's actually not that bad. You have 1,000 nuclear pasta. Crafted up, and yeah, I did bring over way too many of the copper powder, but yeah, the production has been absolutely insane, right? And if you take a look here, yeah, this swung to 15k a lot, right? Like a lot. Let's grab all of these guys. And yeah, now that this isn't running, our consumption goes way down again. Okay, that's cool. Oh man, that has been pretty insane. So, if I remember correctly, you can throw in synthetic power shards into these guys? I will do some research about that. But yeah, we can now click all of these in there, and that is progress made towards completing phase 5. Awesome! Alright! And yeah, you see we have prepared all the resources for the quantum encoding milestone. So let's grab those and send this milestone off.
Milestone reached. This is not a competition, but other pioneers, such as 83CKY and U531355, had already completed project assembly by this point. Ficsite was obviously wrong about you, but perhaps so was I. Regardless, you have finally unlocked the quantum encoder, which requires vast fluctuating power and excited photonic matter to produce highly complex parts. Do not make the same mistakes managing the resulting dark matter residue as you did other byproducts. Project part number 11, the AI expansion server, is now your highest priority. Galaxy-wide project management is taxing to even the most advanced among us, especially those who have to manage the less advanced. Like kittens and puppies, who are definitely still waiting for you to save them.
Okay, Ada. Okay. But yeah, this means we probably will have to do more stuff in here. Yes, dark metal crystals. Okay, these need diamonds. Which is fine. Right. We can do that. We also have Fixonium now. We cannot do this now, but dark matter crystals. Okay, so that's dark matter residue and diamonds. Okay. Dark matter residue. Aha! Okay. Just convert reanimated SAM into those. Ooh, we can do super precision oscillators now. Yes, we need those as well. But yeah, okay, that is definitely something that we will need to take a look at. 50 reanimated SAM though. I will have to take a look into this, right? We definitely need a stable production of the dark matter crystals then. Yeah, this is... oh god. This is going to be difficult, right? But yeah, that's cool. That is definitely something very complex for the next episode. I'm looking forward to it. We will end it for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And as always, take care. Bye.